7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Otis, you crazy mother.
What's up, everybody? Oh, I know, your voices, your ears are probably getting blown out now because my microphone's not calibrated again. Okay, I just launched the game, as Coco Bean so graciously pointed out, and it launches in like full-blown 4K, maxed out, everything, and my streamer is totally not ready for that. So give me 1 second, and I believe everything's fine now. I think I'll have to restart the game if I want all of the graphical settings and stuff maxed out. I'm gonna have to do that. Look at this is the default, and you guys can't see it very well probably because it is going to be, the UI is not scaled. So let me just get the UI scaled to, it's probably a little bit better for the stream anyway. Look at this, the max debris, 10,000. That's the default. Max persistent debris is 10,000. Jesus. We're not going to use that. We're not going to do that. Show version watermark in game. I'm not sure why anyone would want that. These are the settings for 1.2. Default throttle in pre-launch. You can set the default throttle when you pre-launch. And now you'll notice that my mouse is actually not lined up with the icons. My mouse right now is pointed at default throttle on pre-launch. It's pointed on that slider. Okay, but you guys see the mouse completely different. So what I have to do with Kerbal Space Program, and we figured this out in the last stream. If you look at the last stream for Kerbal, it does the same thing. So what I have to do is I have to basically I'm gonna have to launch this not full screen, and what that does is it gives me a windowed mode, and now it works. Like, the windowed mode works. And the reason it does that is because I have my screen resolution in the game at 1440p, but my whole monitor is 4K. And so my mouse is at 4K resolution and the game is at 1440, and that makes it, there's a big mismatch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relaunch KSP really quick, and the settings like this totally screwed up my intro to the stream. I wanted that 5-4-3 part of the song to like be the start. So to make that happen, because I'm totally gonna want to record it and have it live like that, I'm gonna turn the master down just a little bit, turn the music down almost all the way. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna restart this stream. I'm gonna restart everything so that we can do this right. So I have to restart for the graphics settings anyway. So 1 second, and we're gonna get this started. 1 second. All right. Because I want to make this good for people who join us afterwards, just as good as everyone else who joins us now. And on top of that, my latest episode of Prison Architect is encoding right now, and there's about 2 minutes left in that encode. So I do have a significant portion of my computer resources being used right now, but in about 2 minutes I won't. So I'm going to relaunch the game. We're going to do this right, the way I originally intended. Let's get this started.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Otis, you crazy mother.
Welcome to the stream, guys. KSP 1.2 is out. Okay, so what are we gonna do with this? This is, you can see at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see that we have 1.2, which is awesome. And yeah, Windows Player pre-release, awesome. So let's go to the settings really quick, just so everyone can see it. I got my UI scaled a little bit. I think it's probably fine. We're gonna be playing in 1440p, stream 1080-60. Hopefully not any problems with that. All the settings are maxed. Everything's up. Everything's good. And look how fast it booted. Do you guys like how fast that booted up? And there's that new "We Can Build It" intro screen. Freaking awesome. Okay, so let's just get this in. Obviously, there's no mods. I love that song. I'm gonna be using that song again for sure, because that song is awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a new game because I don't have any resume save. Whoa! It can see my PII. Oh, because I was testing earlier. That's right. Never mind. We're not gonna do the regular campaign we had before because it's not gonna work. So. Let's just start a new sandbox and let's just play around with this, I guess, because that sounds fun to me. I would really like to be able to play this full screen, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to be stuck with windowed mode for the stream. But that's okay, because it also means I can just put the dang game right here on this monitor instead, because I don't need G-Sync. So let's do that. Oh yeah. Then I got the stream. I can see your guys' comments right next to it. Oh, this is gonna work out well. This is gonna work out great, guys. This is gonna work out great. All right, now, before we get started, all right, I gotta address something. Obviously, there's no mods in this because it is a pre-release. But a couple of things I wanna test first. Absolutely wanna test first. The first thing is performance. I wanna see how does this thing react, because a lot of people have covered 1.2 on YouTube already. They got their hands on it before I did. They were sort of privy to it, you know. Special, does somebody know Charlie's Steam tag? It's just Charlie Pryor. Just spell my name, no spaces, Charlie Pryor. That's the Steam tag. If you want to add me on Steam, cool. A lot of people already have, so there you go. Okay, so when is the Spaceplane Challenge over? Spaceplane Challenge is taking place on Friday, the Friday stream. So Friday stream, honestly, will probably be moved to about 9 to 9:30 p.m. Probably, but we'll see. Okay, a couple of things I want to test out in Kerbal Space Program, because a lot of people covered this. A lot of people covered Kerbal, but they didn't cover what I wanted to know. And the primary thing that I wanted to know is, does KSP, does 1.2 running on Unity 5.4 rather than 5.2? Does it fix a lot of the performance issues with high part vehicles, with lots of parts? on a vehicle, right? Because there's always been a performance issue when you get over to like 2, 3, 400 parts. That's always the case. So I want to know, how does this thing handle it when I like ramp up the part count on some crafts? That's the first thing I want to test, because that's exactly what I want to know. So vehicle assembly building, let's get this done. Let's do this. Look at how, whoa, look how fast that loaded. I'm not used to that at all. My playthrough, it takes maybe 20 seconds to load a VAB, and that was it even a second? Maybe it was a second. I think it was probably a second. That song, what was it? It's called Behind Closed Doors. It's by a guy named Otis. I don't know anything else. I'm gonna credit it in the description of the stream once the stream is online for everyone to see. So, not a big deal. Okay. All right. So, remember to turn advanced tweakables options. Turn on advanced tweakables in options. Advanced tweakables. Okay. Do I have to restart? As you guys know, whoops. Hello. That would be my dinner plate. Would you guys, excuse me 1 second. I want to get the options that I've been told I need to tweak. Settings, master, yep. Now, I'm going to kind of keep the music a little bit lower, but I've been told to turn on advanced tweakables, and I'm not sure where that is. Oh, here it is. Enabled. UI scale, yeah, that's fine, whatever, cool. Apply, accept, okay, cool. Now, nice graphics card, thank you. All right, so here we go. Go back to the VAB, which loads like nearly instantaneously. I just love that. Can we go to the spaceplane hangar? I haven't loaded the spaceplane hangar before, so I want to see how fast that loads. So we're just gonna go spaceplane hangar, and it's there. That's so good. I love it. Okay, let's go back to our vehicle assembly building, and I want to yeah, the lack of parts is scary. It is a little scary because we're so used to having a ton of parts on this channel anyways. We're so used to having just tons of parts to choose from. We won't have that many parts this time, but that is completely okay. I'm going to move my webcam on this side, and I've got people adding me on Steam. Awesome. I will respond to that. I'm just not going to do it right now. Okay, so let's build something big. Let's build something really big. I want to get like 500 parts on one gigantic behemoth of a machine, and I want to see what my frame rate is when I do that. That's what I want to do. So, fell to 144p. Like, this is the part that I don't think I can figure out, guys. This is the part where I just don't know what to do about it. It's the stream health, right? The stream health is something I can solve everything, right? I can solve every technological issue that comes at me except my stream's health. I don't know if it's, I just don't know why it would be bad. I'm even using hardware acceleration in my 980 Ti. So it's gotta be an internet thing. It's gotta be a connection issue thing. I don't have my VPN on. I've turned off like everything that would slow it down. I don't know. So yeah, anyway. So I don't know how to build the Saturn V, sorry. But I am going to build a behemoth rocket because that's what I want to do. Now, this is supposed to be sandbox mode. So that means we should have every part that's stock available. And oh my god. I don't even have to scroll down in the engines. Oh, man. I don't even have to scroll. Like, have I had to... Is there any... Okay, so the aerodynamics menu has to scroll. The utility menu has to scroll. We knew that. The science menu doesn't. We knew that. But, like, the engines... This is all there is in stock KSP, really? It's been this long since I've played stock KSP. I wish I could have turned, like... I wonder if I installed, like, one mod just to see if it works. Probably won't, because it's a completely different engine. Okay, let's build something. Stop talking and build something. So I'm going to get this big, this thing here. This Mark III command pod, or Mark 1-2 command pod, isn't it? Yeah. So let's put this up here. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to build a behemoth of a rocket. And I want like, seriously, I'm talking like 500 parts. That's my goal. It's like 500 parts in one big craft. It doesn't even have to fly. It doesn't have to look good. I just want to see how it performs in the newest version of KSP. I just want to see whether or not the newest version of KSP has the ability to compute physics faster and better. I have a 6-core processor. It's overclocked at 4.2 gigahertz. So compute my physics. Come on. All right. So let's take... I want, like, I guess just a really big tank. So these are really big tanks. So we're going to end up using those. This is a really big tank. Is this bigger than the other one? Yep, it is. So let's use this one. I'm going to need some sort of a tank adapter kind of thing. So let's use... Oh, that's not the right one. Is there one? I'm so used to having modded parts. This is going to be hard to build because I'm just not used to it. There's no adapter for this? Like an adapter tank? All right, whatever. There's no adapter tank, I guess. We'll do structural. At least I got structural, so that's good. All right. Let's just, like, it's a green highlight now, a really bright green highlight, which I kind of like that because sometimes it's a little bit difficult to tell if you're highlighting the right part. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Now, I'm wondering if I'm going to run into like a huge... I probably am. So let's actually stop there. Go to the engines, and let's put a mammoth on the bottom. I'm so glad that that's a stock engine. I was worried about like how I would get it up there. Is there a better one? No, the mammoth is the big one. Okay. Vectors are cool, but we'll use those too. All right, so far, what's our part count? I'm going to keep that open because I want to see the part count. It's 9. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing because you can't see that menu. Well, let me move my webcam again because I want you guys to see that menu. So I'm going to go like right about here on the webcam, right about there. Okay. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream, all you late bloomers. I am obviously going to get to the comments, I swear, but like I just want to get this. I want to get this going. Are you sure there are enough parts to do 500? There are, if I say there are. The Kerbal way is always to overbuild everything, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to overbuild everything. Let's turn the desktop audio up just a little bit so you guys can actually get some sound out of this. I feel like that's probably a smart thing to do. Give the people some sound, Charlie. Don't let them just listen to you with a silent game. If the game audio is too loud now, I have turned it up a bit. If the game audio is too loud for some reason, let me know. I did turn the music down, so the music is always going to be quiet. It's the engine sound effects, the clicks, moving things around. That's the part that's going to get loud. So if I go, you guys should be able to hear that. Okay. So, make a giant ball of structural parts. Oh, we are going to be using tons of structural parts because that's the best way to flood it. Okay, so all these tanks are like obviously useless for the purposes of going up because our thrust to weight ratio is going to be horrible with this because there's so much fuel. But that's okay because we're going to have a massive amount of engines to go with that fuel. I don't even know if we'll be able to get off the ground with this yet, so let's also do... Man, I'm so used to having so many other engines. Hey, twin bores, perfect. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take some fuel tanks. I want some bigger ones. Let's go like... Is this all I get for that size? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's all I get for this size. So let's go with... I guess I have to have this size. There's no in the middle? Come on. Where's the 2.5 meter engine? Where's the 2.5 meter tanks? Is this it? It's gotta be it. Oh, you know what? Orange tanks, duh. All right, so let's do this. You know what? This is probably too many. I actually do want to get off the ground, so let's get rid of some of those. But we are going to go symmetry mode here. Obviously, 8-way. Obviously. And we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna copy that and go like that, and then we're gonna copy that and go like that. Okay, some massiveness happening. Then I'm gonna copy it again, and we're gonna put it like kind of like this. Okay. And I think then we're gonna go, yep, we're gonna do one more. Like this. Is that level? Not really. I could probably get it a little bit more on point. There we go. Yeah, like that. All right, and then we're gonna come up. All right, cool. So we're gonna, no, I wanna actually not go up again. So let's actually come back out and we'll come like this. Okay, I think you guys will see what I'm doing. This probably isn't going to work because the engines, I think, are going to collide with each other. But maybe the game will let me do it. It's gonna explode, Charlie. Good. Let's see how the performance is when it explodes. Now the mammoths obviously won't fit, so we're gonna need other engines. I vote Vector if it'll fit. Oh no, that's not what I vote. I did not vote Vector. I vote this one, this Rhino engine, which also won't fit. Duh. I'm just so used to not having. I have no idea stock parts. Mainsails. That's got to fit, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's put a mainsail there. Mainsails on those, and mainsails on those. Oh yeah. We're up to 79 parts. That's it. That's all we have is 79 parts right now. So many parts to go. All right, so how about we go more small tanks, more parts. Good freaking point. I agree. Let's do that. First though, before we do that, kickbacks. Before we do that, I want lots of boosters on this. Like, let's make it roar with boosters. And this will also test another thing too, and that is like having so much fire coming out at once too. Look at this. It's like a giant pack of cigarettes. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, stream delay. There is a little bit of a stream delay, and I'm really sorry about the bad quality stream, guys. I really am. I really wish, I want to change it. I do. I want to fix that. Let's try, I'm gonna try something to fix that. I'm gonna try something to help that out. However, when I do that, it's gonna be a delay. So hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this, okay? Video, not this. Output. What I want is, I don't think it'll let me do it, actually. It won't let me change it midstream, I don't think. If I do this, if I say I want a constant bitrate, what does that do to the stream? I don't want to add a 5-minute delay, but honestly, that would take care of the quality problems if I added a 5-minute delay. Is it possible to even do that while the delay is on, though? I don't think it is. I think I actually have to stop the stream entirely in order to do that, because that's the way stream options works. Yes, correct. They're grayed out while the stream is active. This is grayed out. Sorry about that, guys. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. The good news is, the replay will be full quality. That's a small consolation, I know, but that's the best good news I can give you right now. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. We have this giant wad of cigarette-looking boosters. This will totally get off the ground. Come on, this many kickbacks plus that many mainsails and the mammoth. Come on, guys, it'll get off the ground for sure. It's going to explode. Let's face it. The launch pad is totally wrecked already. It's 127 parts. Let's add a bunch of like little fuel tanks. So let's do, you know what? Actually, let's do like these ones, right? These little ones here, because I really got to ramp up the part count. So we'll just do this. Oh yeah, and then of course, you know we're gonna strut everything because that's gonna add parts too. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh dear. I don't want to copy the whole craft. I'm glad it didn't crash though. I am pretty happy about that. All right, we've got a whole bunch of little tanks now. We're up to 207 parts. So let's keep going. How about some struts? Let's make sure we're all stable, because heaven forbid we aren't stable on our giant death wad. Which is actually appropriate since it looks like a bunch of cigarettes. So why not? It's a giant thing of death, right? It kind of looks like this could like be a building, you know? I mean, not entirely, but it looks close. I feel like we need a little bit of aerodynamics too, right? I mean, that would make sense. Are there any like nose tanks, nose cones? This is an adapter. Can we put an adapter on this? There's a little bit of part clipping, but you know what? It works. Just a little bit of aerodynamics, you know? We don't want to be savages here. Where is... Oh, you know what would actually help? Is if I did this. Now my streamer says, YouTube is telling me my stream is healthy now. I switched to a constant bitrate instead of a variable one, because I thought maybe that might help. That's what I've had every single stream up to now. I was kind of hoping the variable one would help with the stream quality, but apparently not. We will see. I don't know how to help that. So, okay, so testing frames and garbage collection stutter. Oh, came in late. We're not testing that. Although, you know what? We might as well try and figure it out, right? So we'll see. Oh, garbage collection, right. We're not testing garbage collection, but honestly, like every time you play KSP, you're testing garbage collection. So it's unavoidable you're going to test garbage collection. Let's put some reaction wheels on this because, of course, we want to be able to control this with a reasonable amount of authority, right? And reaction wheels are the answer to everything in KSP, so let's just do that. No, they're not the answer to everything. Space tape is the answer to everything, but reaction wheels are actually, for me anyway, they're kind of a close second. Let's put a bunch of them up here too. They're nowhere near the center of mass, so we should probably put some on the... we should put some on all of these as well. Yes, that is what we should do. Just to make sure we have enough control, of course. Okay, so now we totally have, like, cigarettes. This is great. More boosters. You know what? I kind of agree. I think we should have some more boosters. I don't think we have enough. So let's go ahead and add some more. Yep, we'll just add a few more. Just a few. Like maybe 20 more. Which honestly, I feel like we're getting a little ridiculous here. We're not going to be able to legitimately test this because I don't think it will actually get off the ground. But what we could do is activate cheats and have it ignore thermals and all that stuff, and then maybe, just maybe, it will ignore the heat damage from other engines and it'll actually keep going without being damaged. If I turn damage off, that's a good way to test it, right? That's got to be enough boosters. Can we have one conversation on Google Hangout Skype for the stream? I don't know. Not while I'm streaming, I guess. I don't understand the question. I'm not paying attention. Sorry, guys. Let's get aerodynamics. We need to be able to control this thing, obviously. Do these have gimbaling? Auto strut. Oh, God. Enable the auto strut. Oh, I have to enable. There's an auto. I like the auto strut. That's cool. Having to enable it for all of them would be a pretty big pain in the ass, though. So I'll enable it for a few. Let's do... Cocoa Bean wants to know if we can have a conversation on Skype or Hangout. I actually have... Wait, you're a patron. You don't need that. You have access to the voice server. Oh, you probably don't know that. I updated the Patreon today. I updated it to where there is a voice server for anyone who's silver and beyond. So if you're a silver, gold, or ridiculous, you have access to the voice server and you can like get on that whenever you want and chat. So you don't need Skype for that. Let's see. I kind of use Skype for business. I don't want to flood it with contacts. So I am going to have Skype as a way of doing it for ridiculous patrons, but I feel like there's going to be so few of those that it's okay. I won't flood my Skype. You know what we need is batteries. Like, we're going to run out of electricity, of course, even though like all these engines can generate electricity. Let's do you know what? These 1Ks, they seem like they have an adequate amount of power, right? I think that's good. We can stop that. I doubt we'll get to space, so I'm not even going to bother with solar panels. Does the auto strut increase the part count? I don't know. Let's find out. We're at 527 parts right now, so I'm going to go with yes. But let's do this auto strut here. It does not. It did not increase the part count. Auto strut stabilizes and struts without a part count. Very cool. Now we know. Good question, man. We're getting answers. These are the kinds of things that, like the other people who streamed, right? There's a bunch of them. Right? Quill18 streamed. He's got a series going on right now. Scott Manley streamed and showed us the remote tech stuff. Matt Lone did all that, and I had so many questions that weren't answered, and so I am testing all those questions that I have, which is why I'm here streaming this. And I said I wasn't going to stream until Friday, but like as soon as this popped into my stream and I was prompted to do it, I'm like, yes, we're going to do it. Okay, the last thing I really need to do and have any hope of this is fins. So I also want to add some science parts. We're going to add, if we do by some chance get to space, I do want to have an antenna. So let's have this antenna on the top. Oh, come on, that's not very aerodynamic. Whatever. It's not going to be very aerodynamic. Let's add the part count. So we'll put the antennas here. I do want to have symmetry on. There we go. Antennas around the outside there. That's good. Now let's make sure we have a decent number of science experiments. Experiment storage unit. Is this a new part? Experiment storage unit. I don't know. I feel like that might be a new part. Let's put it on there. Let's just sit it like maybe right here, in between the batteries and stuff. Yeah, that looks good. Well, it's as good as it can. Communitron 88. Yep. Negative gravioli detector. Survey scanner. I don't think there's any new parts other than that. There's this high gain antenna. I think that's it. Communitron 16 looks different. Communitron 16S. Surface mount version. Okay, let's add it. Yeah, why not? Let's put it on, put it right there. I think we're ready to test this out. We have 551 parts. No, there's no escape tower. How much does this aircraft cost? Bottom left-hand corner. Almost 1.4 million. But honestly, like, it's just engines and boosters and fuel. That's not that expensive. Wait until I start putting a bunch of science parts on it. Then it starts getting more expensive. Like, watch this. I'll put a bunch of gravioli detectors on here. Let's put gravioli detectors on, like, just these engine parts right here. I'll put them. Oh, I'll just add 8. Just 8 of them, and we already have like almost $100,000 more dollars. Yeah, like 80,000 more. All right, I think this is a good for test. And then, of course, just to make sure we're safe and we can get back safely, what I want to do is this. We're going to take this off. If we do get to space, which is highly unlikely, you know, I don't even have a way to jettison these. I don't even have a way to get rid of the boosters. So we're not getting to space. But if by some miracle chance we get to space, then I'm going to have a heat shield and a decoupler so that we can get home. Where is Jebediah, Bill, and Bob? Perfect team. Let's bring him in. Now I do want to have a decoupler on this, so let's get a decoupler on this. Where is it? Stack separator. Nope, I need the big one. Where is the big one? Isn't there a really big? It's this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. All right, so now I need the heat shield, which is in aerodynamics. Should be here. Let's grab a heat shield, a separator, and there. Oh, cool. Now we can separate. As if that will even be necessary. Who would want to leave a beautiful ride like this? I have no idea. You're no getting to space. Oh, I know. I just want to test the frame rate. 553 is what we have as a part count for this. Let's get aerodynamic nose cones. Yes, we need to be more aerodynamic. So let's grab a bunch of nose cones and we'll put those on all of these parts. We have. Do we put them on this? Why not? Let's put them all on these. They have to look good, right? Oh man, I can't even. There's so much symmetry here. There's so many of these. Is it even worth it? I don't know. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna rack the part count up. This is gonna be like 900 parts when we're done. Just because I want to see the frame rate. Can Unity 5.4 do this better than before? Oh yeah, a parachute. Yeah, because that's really important. Yeah, okay, we'll do a parachute. We probably should. Where is that? I'm used to having the switcher, the filter extension switcher, so I'm used to having a dedicated parachutes menu. I believe it's probably in utilities, right? Yeah. I think that's it, yeah. Okay, cool. I think we're set, guys. You wanna see how this thing even flies? I think we'll get a pretty decent idea of what this is like. Just sitting on the launch pad, we should be able to see. Speaking of sitting on the launch pad, are we gonna tip over? Like, look at this. The mammoth engines are just underneath. So like, we'd be sitting on the middle engines. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go and get some launch clamps, as if that makes any difference in the world. And I'm gonna leave it up like this. We're gonna leave it sitting high in the air like this, just because this is ridiculous edit. So let's do this. Save. What do I want to call this? I'm gonna call this. Oh, okay. It's just as a tribute. Just as a tribute. Actually, I need to go back to see his name. Where is his name? There it is. This is called the Cocoa Bean. There we go. Save, and let's launch. What's the shirt I got on? This is a Walt Disney shirt. No joke, man. Disney's awesome. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the stream quality, guys. I really am. I don't know how to fix it. I really don't. Okay, this is a... Frame rate was beautiful during the explosion, though. Did you guys see how quickly and how easily that handled it? I mean, think about the last big explosion you guys have had before, right? Like, how long did it take to finish that explosion? That happened really quick. Like, that was easy. Like, that was like whatever. But it was a really huge explosion. Let's revert the flight. Whoa, you can... Wait, did we always have access to this before? We didn't have this many options before on the escape menu, did we? I don't think save and load... I don't think save and load was a thing like that, was it? Settings and everything? I don't know. Let's revert the flight to the vehicle assembly building. Let's make something that has a reasonable number of parts for the comparison that can actually fly, because I'm pretty sure the reason why that exploded had everything to do with the number of boosters we had. So... yeah. Was that loud for you guys? I imagine it was loud. Let's turn the volume down just a little bit on the game audio. That's me, blew out my ears. Yeah, sorry guys. I totally, honestly, I didn't think it would explode that quickly, but let's take out this. All right, the audio on the game should be a lot lower now. I've lowered it by about 10 decibels, so, but know for the future that if you expect an explosion, you know, then, well, if you expect an explosion, don't have your speakers all the way up. Let's have a reasonable number of boosters on this. We still have a considerable number of parts. So let's kind of do like, let's actually put these like this, and then we'll put this. My dog just will not shut up. She's really annoying right now. Let's go like this. And then we'll go like, maybe like this. All right, I might have to like step in and do something about that pretty quickly here. Talking to you guys out there, I might have to step in Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, Jake Pryor, by the way, in the comments, that's my brother, so that's the only reason he knows my dog's name. Okay, I think this is a more reasonable number of parts that won't explode, and we can still test it without it exploding, I'm hoping. This is 354. To combat that even further, though, to add part count without adding chance of explosion, we're gonna add a bunch of structural stuff. So I'm gonna put some launch clamps here, that, and then I'm also gonna want to lower this just a little bit. So let's bring this up and just kind of, I don't know why I do that. Like, that's a habit. I scroll all the way up to the root part and like drag it down rather than just holding shift and dragging the whole thing. Pro tip, you can just press shift and click any part and you can drag the whole craft. Okay, so also for those of you who can see my camera, please excuse the mess behind me. We have a cleaning project that we're just delaying till like forever. We're just not getting to it. We just put everything in this room and then we'll sort through it, and we just haven't got to that. Okay, so 24 people. Hi guys. Let's add some structural stuff. So let's do like, I mean, let's just add a bunch of structural stuff. I don't know. We'll just do this because it's gonna add a bunch of parts, and that's the whole purpose, right? Did I click something I wasn't supposed to? How come that's not? I'm not able to grab that. Oh, it's not attached. Got it. Okay, so that is a lot of parts. I just added over 100 parts doing that, and then we're gonna do it again. Down, let's just say here, and then one more time over here. That should add a lot of parts without having to worry about explosions for those parts. That's 674 parts. So let's see if we can actually get this to not explode when it launches. I'm still skeptical on that. I'm kind of thinking the engines down here are also clipping and they're also going to explode, but let's hope not, you know? Can we auto strut these? Let's auto strut that, auto strut this. The auto strut function is like pretty damn cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's pretty damn cool. Okay, that's good. So save the cocoa bean and launch. Put fins on the structure parts. Yeah, I could probably put fins. Sure. Charlie, you're still working on the rocket. Why, did you leave and come back? Yeah, the rocket exploded as soon as it loaded on the launch pad. Oh, it's shaking. Where's the explosion coming from? I think the explosion... Yeah, I think the explosion is coming from the main sails at the bottom. But again, did you see how fast KSP rendered and had that whole sequence? It just renders so fast now. So I'm like really excited to actually get something going in the air just to test it. So let's revert flight and let's build it now or reconfigure it now so that we can guarantee. Let's do this and guarantee that it doesn't explode. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the engines that are clipping. Let's pick this up a little bit. Let's find the engines that are clipping and get rid of them. So I'm thinking we just get rid of these. And how about these in the middle? So we have not as many engines now. And then also, I think we should take away some of these because these are just really big parts that are explosive. But now I'm wondering if these tanks being like all kind of meshed in together are the reason for it to explode as well. I think it's just the engines. So I'm gonna get rid of those engines. It's still 634 parts. So I think I'm hoping that gets rid of the explosion because I really want to test a super high part count for physics But I don't want to just throw a whole bunch of stuff on it. I guess I can still do that though. Like structural. Let's put wings on. You know, people are like, why doesn't he have wings on this thing? Yeah. All right, let's put a bunch of wings on then. We'll do. I'll put some wings here. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Put some wings here. That's probably fine, honestly. There doesn't need that many wings for control. Okay, so, and also I want to offset these a little bit so that they don't get hit by the wings. The wings don't hit them. Okay, so let's save this. This is 650 parts even. So let's try this. Yeah, sorry guys. I literally have no idea how to... I would have to completely stop the stream and start it again in order to stop the lag, which is probably something I should do. Oh, here we go. Okay. So, I'm back online now. Now, what I want to know in the comments, if you guys can hear me and it's not laggy anymore, in the comments, I want you to tell me how your lag is now. Okay? So if you can hear me, tell me how your lag is now. Because I think I might have fixed it. We're streaming in 30 frames per second now instead of 60, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm hoping that improves everything. Okay, so I still don't have a delay. That's the difference. Do I want to do 60 frames per second and have a delay, or do I want to do 30 frames per second and have no delay? Right? That's the difference. So it looks like a large portion of you guys are saying that the stream is not laggy anymore. Good. That's now 30 frames per second. So, okay. So, this is the craft, right? 650 parts. Look at the frame rate. Right? Like, no lag, right? So let's engage SAS, thrusters up. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Revert the flight to launch. That's my bad. Okay. That was my bad. This is completely my fault. The staging is totally screwed. Let's take the launch clamps and have the launch clamps on the same stage as the engines. How's that? Okay, so again, it's completely real time. We've never had that in KSP. Even on the launch pad, if you had bad physics with a whole bunch of parts, you were gonna have a problem, right, with your frame rates on the launch pad. I have none of that right now. So let's do this. Ready? Oh, come on. Come on. I just barely don't have the thrust to weight anymore. Okay. But like, we're hovering. We have like a 1.0 thrust to weight ratio. So, okay. Let's put, I had a whole bunch more mainsails and I was sure it was gonna work. So let's put a bunch more mainsails back on that. I could add more boosters, but I'm worried about it about exploding again. I don't want it to explode. I want to actually get it in the air. So I'm gonna add some more mainsails, and I'm gonna add them like in a way where I don't think they're going to die. I'm gonna add them there. I think they'll be okay there. They're not colliding. There's no collisions with any other engines, so I'm hoping that that's okay. And then, just because, by popular demand, we will have one more set of boosters. Okay, and they're not touching each other, so there's no part clipping on the things that go up. Like the things that push, there's no part clipping, so should be fine. So let's give this a shot again. We're gonna have to make the staging to be smart. Save and launch. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the lag. I don't. I'm really sorry, guys. Like, from the bottom of my heart and soul, like, everything in me is ridiculously sorry for the lag. I don't know how to fix it. The only way I know how to fix it is... Now, what in the world is that all about? Alright, we're gonna have to... those mainsails can't be there. The inner main sails can't be there, so I'm gonna have to do it outer. The only way I know how to get rid of the lag would be to put a delay on the stream. And I can't do that while the stream is active, unfortunately. So I can put a 30-second delay on it for the next time. Yeah, it says bad now. No, it's not. It's like a mixture between my ISP and YouTube. I'm currently sending video at looks like 4,000 kilobits per second. I'm sending video right now at 4,000, 4,300 now, 4,400 now. So I mean, 4,400 kilobits per second should be enough to give you guys completely seamless 720p at least. With my knowledge of bit rates, I would say that if I got it to 5K, you should have 1080p. So I'm either gonna blame Comcast or blame YouTube. I don't know which one. Comcast is probably the reason for this is happening though. All right, I have to get rid of these because they're making it explode. So I have to get rid of those. So we're just gonna have to go with these outer engines and hope we have enough lift now to make this happen. I'm going to take off the wings here real quick. Let's add a couple more. Let's add a couple more boosters, because everyone wants more boosters. And we'll do auto strut on these. Oh, they're already set to auto strut. Oh, that's very convenient. All right, and then we'll do it like this again. Okay. How is the lag now? Is it still bad? You guys still getting lag? Because this is like, it's really annoying me. I really am disappointed that that's happening to you guys. I really want to do something. The only way I can fix it is to stop the stream entirely and start it up again. So if that's what I got to do, then I'll do it. But oh shit, is it gonna die again? I don't know what's happening there. Structure parts equals more engines. It's better. Put smaller engines so they don't clip the mainsails. Okay. You know what else might be doing it too is the fact that the ship is up so high. I bet that's going to do it too. I should probably lower it, but let's put some vectors on there. They're smaller engines. So we'll put some vectors like maybe here. Shouldn't be any clipping there. And then let's lower it so it's not so high up, because I think that might be causing some instability as well. Okay. Let's try that. Yeah, I know, Thiago, I lied. I wasn't going to stream until Friday. I was like, seriously wasn't going to do it, except, oh, it's shaking again. What in the world? The whole thing just blows up immediately. All right. You know what? I don't want to go through this entire stream without actually getting in the air without hovering. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove all of these boosters. Then I'm going to remove these tanks. And that's going to take care of all part clipping. By doing this right here. Okay. And we're going to do that with symmetry mode, of course. There we go. So there is no part clipping with these things now. Like it isn't clipping, right? They're not going through each other. So now let's use engines. Can I put mainsails on all these and have them not hit each other now? I should be able to, right? I don't see a problem with that. What's my part count now? You know, even with this right here, the part count's 578. You think it's the orange tanks redesign the core? That makes sense, I guess. Let's try that. So if I take these orange tanks, let's do this. Yeah, these orange tanks are fine. So let's put the orange tanks all like this, and then put these like this. Okay. 578 parts, all right? I don't understand why there would be any explosions with that, do you? Nothing's clipping. You know, it might just be too heavy for the launch clamps. I mean, I might be able to believe that. So if I'm gonna do launch clamps this time, I can, whoops. I can do this, maybe, you know, double clamp it. Might be that. And then we'll auto strut this. It's already auto strutted. All of it is, good. Okay, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanna do this. But not quite that low. There we go. So we're low to the ground. Got these clamps. Double clamped. Everything's double clamped. So now we just need the wings. So let's put these winglets like that. And that's it. Actually, let's do like a shape like this with the winglets. I don't know if that's even a good idea, but we're gonna do it. Save 610 parts and launch. Can we get this in the air at least? Can we really get this in the air? That's all I want to do, man. We don't need to add struts because we have auto strut. Okay, come on. Come on, don't shake apart. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, we're good. It didn't shake apart on physics load. What I wouldn't give for Kerbal joint reinforcement, man. All right, let's thrust all the way up and let's go. Really? Really? That's not enough? I didn't check it, but like, I just figured that was going to be enough thrust. I mean, how many mainsails was it? How many mainsails was that? That's like 16 mainsails and a mammoth isn't enough to lift this up? Okay, we need boosters. So let's just not go super crazy with the boosters though. Let's be sensible about our booster placement as well. So let's kind of do something like maybe this. Why doesn't it? Oh, I don't have the right key. Here we go. And we're just going to have the launch clamps hold it. I'll have the launch clamps hold the booster, and then we're going to auto strut the booster. That's not going to be enough boosters though. So let's do this. Again, we want to prevent part clipping, so we'll just put the boosters on top of each other like this. That should prevent clipping. And then we'll, again, the craft looks ridiculous, but I mean, this is Kerbal Space Program. What do you expect? Do that, and then we'll go like, maybe like this. Come on. Gotta be enough thrust. It's gotta be. It is 642 parts. Staging, please. What am I, why do I have to fix my staging? What's wrong with my staging? Everyone is yelling at staging. Okay, let's look at the staging. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are right. It's totally the staging. Hold on. Yeah, you guys are right. Hold on. Let's go back. Yeah. I get it. You can stop. You can stop with the staging. You can stop with that. Let's take the boosters off then. And yes, we'll fix the staging. There, everyone's yelling staging. We'll fix the staging. Here we go. All right, all engines firing. That might be what it was actually. Well, I'm almost certain it is because that would explain everything. Like literally everything is explained by that. So like that many mainsails, there's no way that shouldn't go up in the air. All right, let's get that. All right, we got it. We got it. All right. So yes, I know. Finally got it. Charlie is a dummy. And look, his staging's messed up again because he put launch clamps on. So let's put everything down here. I guess I'll just move it to the second stage because it's easier. Okay. Are we satisfied with the staging now? I am. Let's go. Come on. This got to get in the air. It's got to. Probably should have thought about this, you know, like probably should have thought about like, how do I want to build a rocket that can test part count? But I was so excited to start 1.2 that I just didn't bother to think about it. So this should not wiggle apart. Come on. Good. No wiggling. We're good. All right. So, all the staging is fine. Right? The stream is good. Hopefully. SAS is on. The thrust is all the way up. We are moving upwards. Okay, so as for frame rates, actually pretty damn solid, I will say. It's not quite real time. We do have a little bit of a delay on it. You can see the yellow, but it's flickering green. And it's green, that means there's no delay. That means there's no physics loss for time. So, like, look at that. It's almost green. It's pretty badass. It's pretty badass, for sure. Now, the real question is, and it's not really a question because I'm almost certain of it, can we get to space, right? Probably not. But, because I don't have a way to jettison all the stages that are going to die. I don't have a way of... Like, there's going to be dead weight here pretty quick, and I don't have a way to get rid of it. Is the solids... Oh, I could have gotten rid of the solids, actually. I should have thought of that. We might be able to get to space with this. Well, it's, yeah. Oh, yeah, and we're losing control. Losing control. Oh, can't bring it back. Vectoring's not enough. Save our Kerbals! Quick, save the Kerbals! Oh god. Oh god. Maybe they're not saved. We're gonna run into them. Nope, they're fine. They're fine. They're really, really nervous, but they are fine. Okay, hold on. Let's go straight up this time then. Let's. Did I forget to? I think I did. I think I forgot to put enough. Did I do any wings? I got some wings on this. It's just not enough. This craft's too heavy. All right, so let's try again. This time we're just gonna go straight up, so we shouldn't lose control. Let's see if we can get to space with it. I'm pretty sure we can. But like, the frame rate is pretty dang good, right? Use the LES. I'm sorry, LES, launch ejection system. I don't have an LES on this. I don't think I do. Unless that's not what LES means. I'm actually not familiar with the acronym. I probably should be, but I'm not. Cut the throttle before eject. Yeah, that would make way more sense, wouldn't it? Cut the throttle before ejecting, yeah. Game sound is drowning me out. Well, let's turn my microphone up a little bit. Let's turn me up, and that way I won't be drowned out so easily. Sorry about that. There's so many things wrong with this stream so far. So many mistakes were made. But we are getting up there. And the frame rate doesn't seem to be an issue. We're about to lose these. We're going straight up still though. And I don't think we're gonna have a problem. I think going straight up is gonna be fine. I really miss all my controls, all my like launch escape system. Yeah. I don't have a launch escape system. I have a decoupler. A decoupler. I have a stack separator, I mean, that will separate me from the craft, and then I have a parachute on top of that. But the stack separator does not have any like jet engines of its own. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of turn, because if I get this thing to orbit, which at this rate I'm not going to, I'm just like my ejection angle is just horrible. My trajectory is horrible, but like, why not? We're up in the thinner parts of the atmosphere now, so aerodynamic forces should not really be affecting me all that much. So let me get this thing turned over, this beast. What is LES? Yeah, so you can put it on the top of your, if you put it on the top of your command pod, and then you stage it, it will, or you hit abort, you can do either one. It will send your Kerbals way away from the craft so that they can fall down to the surface with a parachute safely. Yeah, we are way, way high in space. It is a ridiculously inefficient burn. But, like, the frame rate is real time. This is 600 parts. The frame rate's not delayed. It's over 600, almost 650 parts right here. And look at this frame rate. I am so, so, so happy to see that that is the result. Like, look at this. There's a little bit of garbage collection, but, like, it's Unity. You know? What are you going to do? But, like, the frame rate is fantastic. I have... I wish I could display it on the screen. I can't. I can display it in this tool here, though. I have 48 frames per second. I have more frames per second than you guys can even see in my 30 FPS stream. And this is with 650 parts. That is phenomenal. So, so good. And I'm going really, really, really fast. Did I get into orbit? I think I got into orbit too far. In fact, I think there's a good chance I have escape velocity. No, probably not. Let's time accelerate and see where I end up. Yeah, I don't have escape velocity, but I did get pretty far. Yeah, not only did I get to orbit, we're going out. I did. I got escape velocity. I'm just leaving, man. I'm out of here. Goodbye. All right, let's get more parts. You guys want to see what it takes to really crash? Let's see what it takes to like really drain physics, right? I wish I knew, and this thing still loads super fast. Like the VAB just loads so fast. This might be, I'm not sad, but like I'm almost sad that it didn't start my Conquering Kerbal Space Program series when this engine came out. Like obviously that's hindsight, so what are you gonna do? But it is what it is. Okay, let's add just a ton of small parts up here. We know we can get freaking escape, so let's just add a ton of like little parts to this, which is all in the structural area. So how about, well, we could add struts. You know, we could strut this. I still can't do that. That's still annoying. I can't switch to symmetry mode when I'm in the middle of a strut. I have to place the strut and then I have to put it in symmetry and then take the strut off. But whatever. Little things, man. So just put a whole bunch of struts and that will be a lot of really good parts to add to this. We're at 650 now, so we're probably like just a little bit over 600 before. Let's do I kind of want to do just a bunch of octagonal struts. I mean, why not? So let's just kind of do one of these. Connect, connect, and then we're going to do a connect, and then we're going to go connect. Yeah, we can clip into that. I don't think that's going to explode. When has part clipping ever resulted in an explosion for us? Oh yeah, tons of parts now. Oh, VAB's starting to skip on me a little bit. VAB starting to, I don't think it's liking this. I think it's kind of freaking out a bit. Okay, I think this is an adequate test. This is a true test right here. We are at 1,674 parts. So this is the test. 1,674 parts. Save and launch. Oh, before we launch though, I actually kind of want to put some... I actually want to be able to eject these boosters so that I don't have the dead weight because I want to get to orbit because I'm, I don't know, overachiever or something. Of course, there's no... We have to use the hydraulic. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Because I don't have my modded parts, sadly. Which, that was a really stupid thing to do. Why did I do that? I want to do this. There we go. That will work right there. And then we'll just attach this to that. I don't think that's how that works. Nope, I got it on there. Okay. Let's add another one, because why not? Really be overachievers on that. And then let's put the launch clamps on there. Let's get the other launch clamp. And put the other launch clamp on there. Should be good. This is just under 1,700 parts. So, yeah. Let's stage it. I mess with my staging, I know. Before anyone says it, I'll get it. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go to the comments here. Because how did I get 1.2? Is it out? It is out for public pre-release. So all you have to do if you want to get 1.2 and play around with it, it's a pre-release build. You see how long the launch pad's taking to launch now? Look how long it's taking to get to the launch pad now. I think this might have crashed it. It's 1,700 parts in one craft. Or pretty close to that. It's like 1,670 something. It's at the point where if you're off by 50 parts, it doesn't matter. I'm kind of thinking KSP is frozen now. I think we broke it. Yeah. But anyway, if you want to get it yourself, you just go into Steam, your Steam library, right-click, go to Properties, go to Betas, and then you can opt into the pre-release builds. Just don't do it if you're, have an existing save and you're modding and stuff like that. Don't do that. Move your... Oh? Oh. Wow. Launch now before it explodes. Oh, wow. Bad frame rates now. What's happening? Oh, I think we crashed it, guys. Oh, it's gonna go. And it's actually not that bad. It took a second, but it's actually not that bad. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, getting some massive garbage collection happening. This is amazing, though. When have you ever seen, ever in the history of KSP, have you ever seen a frame rate this good with 1,700 parts on a vessel? Like, wow. It's pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. No jokes here. This is just flat out awesome. Alright, do I want to test a flying rover? Diago's asking if I want to test a flying rover. I mean, I guess. I could get a rover that can fly, but... honestly, if I can have a frame rate this good with 1,700 parts, I'm kind of thinking that nothing is impossible in KSP anymore. I mean, I would love to test multi-craft physics to see how it handles, say, for example, if we load our station. Once we load the 120 mods, frames will cry blood. I don't think it will. Adding the mods does add a lot of processes in the background, and it does affect your frame rates pretty significantly, but honestly, this is 1,700 parts. The Bartman is like 180. Oh, this is not good. I'm going to tip over now. Well, we already know it can get to orbit, so I just wanted to test the frame rate. Okay, let's do this. Let's kill the engines. Oh, we still have... I can't kill the solids. The solids won't shut off. But look at the... I mean, this is... I'm just geeking out about the tech here, I don't even care about the gameplay. The tech is amazing here. We're looking at... if I had to really guess this, I would say we're getting... Well, let me just check it. I'm getting 22 frames per second. 1,700 parts. 22 frames per second. Like, it's magic, you know? It's majestic. Just knowing that is majestic. And now it's freezing up because I decoupled it and it doesn't know what to do. Oh, here we go. Decoupling that. Technically, we're still going up in the air, so I could still save this. I can still save this. Maybe. Let's get it pointed upwards. Point it upwards and activate the engines. And we are going up. We're not over. This isn't over yet. We're not done with this flight. Jebediah will not take no for an answer. KSP, the Kraken is not going to win. Kerbal Space Program 1.2, Unity 5.4, 1,700 parts, frame rate was over 20 frames per second. And, yeah, wow. And I only, just now, with decoupling that, I only ditched maybe, I don't know, I think I may have ditched maybe 20 parts there. Well, it was 8 and 8, so that's 16 on the boosters, plus they had the decouplers, so there's another 8 there. And then, did they have wings on them? I don't think they did, so... Oh, they had little reaction wheels on them, so that would be 16 reaction wheels. So I just ditched, like, maybe, at most, like, 45, 50 parts. So this is still pretty damn good, you know? Did I look at your Prison Architect hours? I did not. I haven't actually launched, aside from Kerbal Space Program 1.2, and launching that, I have not opened my Steam client, at least as far as like looking at it. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't even looked at my Steam chat. I have been getting chat most of the stream. I've been getting chat, and I haven't looked at it yet. I think we might get to orbit. After all of that, I think we might get to orbit. This is just, I'm geeking out about it, guys. Look at this. This is my frame rate. Like, oh man, I really hope there's a way for us to carry over Conquering Kerbal Space Program. I'm really hoping there's a way to carry over our Conquering series. Yeah, to this, because that would be a game changer. An absolute game changer. This is so good. And this isn't even final. They still have to work out kinks and stuff because this is like a pre-release. This is a pre-release build, but it's amazing. What other questions did I even have? What other question? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to test in this engine? What do you want to test with this engine? You know, with KSP, what do you want to test? Let's wait until we're in space. I don't know what our apoapsis is. Haven't even looked at the map view. Yeah, 109, not bad. We're gonna get to orbit, guys. I'm pretty pumped. Just stretch that out, and we'll circularize that. I need 1,400 meters per second. I'm not sure I can get 1,400 meters per second. I'm fairly confident that we won't get 1,400 meters per second out of what's left, but you never know. We might. Okay, so I see they integrate remote tech. Any other features? Okay, they didn't. They did not integrate remote tech. That's false. They implemented their own networking solution, which personally I have a love-hate relationship with. I think they did an okay job, but honestly, I think they did a really watered-down version of it because you can still do things with your craft even if you don't have a connection to it, and that's just not cool. You know, that's not right. Shouldn't be able to do that. But you can with this. And on top of that, there's like a signal strength thing where, you know, you're penalized for different things based on signal strength, but there's no delay. I don't know if there's a delay. Maybe there's a delay implemented. I haven't literally looked at it, but it just doesn't seem like it's not remote tech, put it that way. It's a much easier solution than remote tech. Try docking 2 many part count crafts together. Simulate docking to a station. You know what? We could totally do that. I'll just relaunch this one, and we'll put a bunch of we'll put a docking port right on the top instead of a parachute. Right? Put a docking port there, and then we'll bring up another one of these things. So we'll bring up a 1600 part craft. Am I getting close to my maneuver point yet? No. I don't want to like miss my orbit. But if I'm gonna launch it up, I mean, we don't need an orbit. I already know I can do it. So let's go back. We'll do what we'll do it. I'm gonna butcher your name, man. It's the Y. It's gonna throw me off. Benjamin, Mr. Wilhelm would like us to dock together 2 really large crafts and see how KSP handles it. And I agree, that sounds wonderful. So we already have, conveniently enough, a really large part craft here at almost 1,700 parts. I am going to remove these, though. I'm going to remove these. We don't need them. Just this extra one here, because it's really, really... Actually, you know what? Like, it's really strange, but like, these were really rocky, and I think it's because I didn't auto-strut. So let's auto-strut these. And now I think it should be fine. So bring these back. And then that should be fine, I hope. So what we'll do is we'll put a docking port on the top of this. Utility. Call me Ben. Okay. Well, Ben wants us to dock 2 gigantic crafts together in space, so let's do that. And I don't have that silly mod that tells me how to, or that helps me dock, so I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way with the nav ball. What am I doing? I need to look at utilities, right? That's where the docking ports are, usually. Yeah, they look so different than I'm used to. Honestly, I think they look better. Part of me wishes I wouldn't have installed Venstock Revamp for our series. Like, it does look good. Some parts look great. But, I don't know. Like, docking ports, I don't like the way they did it. But, it's just with me. That's just nitpicky. I do like that I have indicator lights installed, and that the docking ports have lights built in, and they light up and all that stuff. I do like that. Okay, so huge craft, right? Huge craft. And I think what I'm going to do... Convenient. We have Valentina. So Valentina will fly up the next one and dock to him. Make sure the staging is good. Everything looks solid. Yep, everything looks good there. I think we're ready then. Save, and hopefully KSP doesn't crash and we'll launch. So this is going to be... We'll just get it into orbit. That's all we're worried about, is getting it into orbit. I don't care what the orbit is. It could be 70s, could be 400. I don't care. Just as long as our next craft can get to it. And then the next craft, we're going to need a bunch of RCS so that we can maneuver in space. We'll need a bunch of RCS, which will add more parts. So more test, you know? Let's see what else people saying. Need a shit ton of RCS. Yeah, we do. Old save says, oh damn, old save won't be compatible. I mean, if your old save is stock, you should be fine, I think. But if your save is like mine, where it's got 129 mods installed, no, it won't be compatible. It won't work. Not right away anyway. And so I will probably, what I'll do is I'll just keep playing with 113. Even when 1.2's live, I'm just going to keep playing with 113 throughout the whole thing. And then I'll periodically, when I see that there's been a bunch of mod updates, I'll keep looking at mod updates. And I'll just keep hammering and keep testing it over and over and over again in another folder, in another save folder. And yeah, that'll be basically how we do it. All right, up we go. Maybe up we go. Oh man, I had the Windows window popped up. You guys didn't see it, but the little thing that says application's not responding, it popped up for like a fraction of a second, and then it went away. So it damn near crashed the damn thing. We're going up in a rocket ship. We're going up to space, boys. Blasting off with, I don't know, I lost it. I have no idea how much thrust this is. 1,000,000 pounds of thrust. 1,000,000 kilonewton meters of torque. That'd be terrible. We don't want that. But we're going. Going out high into the sun to see the stars. Which doesn't make any sense, because you're going to the sun, you wouldn't see the stars, but whatever. Charlie, shut up and just fly the damn craft. Don't flip it over this time. Charlie used the debug to put it in orbit. Oh, well, I could do that. And you know what? Like, this whole time, you guys, where has this guy been? This assassin. The assassin in the comments. Where has he been this whole time to tell me to use what is the equivalent of a hyper edit? Hold on, let's do this. We're gonna cut the thrust. The thing is, though, I don't think I want to hyper edit this with the boosters on. So I kind of need the boosters to not be on anymore. So let's just burn this. We already know. We know I can get to orbit, right? I don't need to prove that. So let's just burn this until the boosters stop firing. And then, honestly though, I could get to orbit with this. But I think when I go to dock, I'll just dock a copy of this. I'll dock a copy of this to this station. Oh, it's tilting. Oh, it's tilting. Can I correct it? No, come on. Come on, get back. No, it's gonna tip over. But that's okay. It's okay, because we're gonna hyper edit this thing anyway. As long as it doesn't blow up, we should be fine. Cut the main thrust and separate the boosters. I could do that. Is it gonna kill us? Maybe. Let's find out. Whee! They're gonna fire off like missiles. We're gonna throw missiles at North Korea. Off it goes. It was our secret spy mission all along. We wanted to destroy the enemy or something. I don't know. Oh well, perhaps not while we're rotating though. May not be the best idea. It looks like it's gonna work though. Okay, now the debug menu is here. So let's cheats. Set orbit. Here we go. Let's do orbit to let's say 120. Oh, boom. There we are. So we have an orbit. This isn't updated yet. Or is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Is this our orbit? Is it ready? Yeah. Weird that I said 120 and it did 86. I don't know. He said that when you're in the AVAB. Yeah, I know. I'm not looking at the chat all the time. But we have it in orbit now, and that's all that matters, right? So let's have them face... I'm just going to have them face like retrograde or prograde. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just do prograde for these guys. Wow. Oh yeah, we're going to need a boatload of monopropellant. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to rebuild a craft to dock to this. And we're going to we're going to hyper edit it up there. So we're going to have a little bit of liquid fuel and a nuclear engine. And then surrounded by that will be a whole bunch of tanks, just tons of tanks of monopropellant and tons of control surfaces. And that will be our part count, and that should give us enough control authority to do it. And then if we have to do a burn to get an encounter, that's what we'll use. Well, the nuke ain't going to do much. So, I don't know, maybe I'll put a mammoth. Well, yeah, the core will be liquid fuel and a mammoth, and then the rest of it will just be surrounded by monopropellant. That sounds good. I don't need RCS on this one. This is like our station. So this will be the station, and then the next one we send up will be the one that rendezvous with it. So let's do that. So this will just stay put. I don't need this to have any RCS. Okay. Charlie, you're going to need RCS to dock. I know, Ben. I know. I don't need it on this craft, though. I'm going to do it on the next craft. Okay, so let's send up another one. This one is going to be called the Wilhelm. Or we'll name it Big Ben. There we go. This one will be Big Ben. Looks like giant ships are back in stock. I know, right? And look how fast the VAB loads with a craft that has 1,700 parts. It's insane. Okay, I do need to like kind of redesign this though, just because it's super heavy for RCS to do much. So what I think I want to do is, I think I'm just gonna start over because I think it's probably faster just to start over. So let's start over. We're gonna go. Not sure why that's off to the side. That's kind of weird. All right. So let's have. This is gonna be called the Ben. Big Ben. It's probably gonna be a little Ben, really, but whatever. Actually, the other ship should be Big Ben, and this one could be like Little Ben, and it'll be slightly smaller craft, but it'll still have a lot of parts because we're just going to load it with a ton of monopropellant. All right, so same thing as before. We want to have a... yeah, obviously that's not going to work. We want to have an adapter here, which should be this one. There we go. And we have the docking port there. Good. So now we want to get... I think the core should be liquid fuel, just so we can do our maneuver to get an encounter. So I think I'll do this at the bottom though. So let's just kind of move this down. We'll do that at the bottom. So the middle section here, we'll have, oh man, is that the only size for monopropellant? Really? Where is fuel switch when you need it? Interstellar fuel switch. We need that so bad right now. Okay. All right. Well, new plan then. We'll have to get a big tank. So we'll do a couple of big tanks. Actually, if we want part count, right? Why not do the smaller ones? So let's do the smaller tanks. And we'll just do a bunch of these. Should have did this before. And that should be good. You don't need this one. And then we'll put a mammoth on this, just so we can make sure we have authority to do, like, you know, to get our rendezvous. And I have no idea how often how long we're gonna have to orbit to get that rendezvous. I'm almost thinking to reset our orbit to like 400K, and that way I can do really fast time acceleration. Normally I just wait and time it and time the launch and meet up with it, but since we're doing hyper edit, I can't do that. I'm not sure how that works. This one should be fine. I just want a different engine. Try a different engine. That one looks cooler anyway. Okay, so need tons of monopropellant. So let's grab. Wait, what's this? Ooh, this is a big tank. And it won't let me radially attach it. Well, we know how to solve that, don't we? I think we do. I hope we do. Where is cubic octagonal strut. Our octagonal strut. Let's do like that. And we'll just kind of go like that. Like that. And then like, I don't know how big these tanks are. So let's go back to the fuel tanks. Oh wow, that's, there we go. There we go. And then we'll just kind of do one of these numbers, kind of like that. And then I'm gonna grab the strut. There we go. And we'll kind of do one of these numbers. I kind of want to do that all the way down. I wish I could have a part, place it, and then keep a hold of it. That would be a really good thing to add to the game. Unless they already did and I just don't know how to do it. So much monopropellant, but you know what? Like, I feel like this is adding the part count we need, you know? Although it might be too much weight. I might be better off just like having one tank on each of these. But whatever, it looks cool. Here we go. And then I think one more should do it. Maybe not. I might not have the time or the space. Oh, you know what? I think that's good enough. Just some very interesting looking crafts today, haven't we? Okay, so there's that. Now let's make sure we have control authority over it. So these Werner engines sound cool, but I think probably just gonna use these things here. And we're gonna need a ton of them, so we're just gonna go like this. Is this not? Oh, you know what? Dumbass. I should have attached these before I copied all this shit. Oh well. It is what it is. I really, really should go back and copy those, but I'm not going to. I think it's more work at this point to do it that way. But that was dumb. I should have done it the other way. All right, let's do this. This is overkill, or maybe it isn't. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how much control authority I have on it when it's done. Maybe it's just the right amount. Maybe it's just the right amount. Yeah, Werner doesn't. I noticed that. That's why I didn't pick it. It looks like it uses liquid fuel and oxidizer. Liquid fuel too, right? Yeah. All right, like this. And then just kind of put these down like this. This is crazy. This, only a Kerbal would think of something so maddening. Did I just call myself a Kerbal? I think I did. All right, that ought to be enough thrusters to handle it, right? I would hope so. So how many parts is this? This is only 462 parts. Not adequate. Not enough. Not happy with that result. So we're gonna go back to some more struts, and we're going to put some more parts on this. Let's actually fit some. You know what? How about we fit some? I can't go in the middle. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. Can kind of just do this. Uh-oh, I misclicked. Let's not do that. Let's not misclick. Come on. Come on, game. Yeah. You're not going to want to do that. Come on. Come on, game. There we go. All right. There's some part clipping here, but you know what? I don't think anybody's going to care. All right. That's 558 parts. Man, never realized how hard it is to get a good part count. Well, now that we have an assortment of these things, I think I can go like this. There we go. As long as they're fairly even, for balance purposes, we should be fine. Got angle snapping on. Should have let us do this fairly, I mean, not super precise, but at least faster anyway to get it snapping in where it needs to go. Okay, what's the part count now? 1,006. Is that satisfactory? That would mean that both crafts together would be 2,700 parts. Just under 2,700 parts. Is that satisfactory for the test? I think not. Oh, we can also put some here. As well as here. Oh yeah. It looks like it's meant to be, doesn't it? 1070. That's how much parts we have. That's how many parts we have. How about... let's take another one of these, and we'll just kind of go next to it then. Like this. There we go. Just like that. And like that. And then like that. And like that. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go. Just under 1,300 parts. What about more docking ports? Do we need more docking ports? I mean, I only need to dock with the one, don't I? Like an emergency situation where we can use another docking port. Oh man, we're totally forgetting about the struts on the bottom. Can't forget about the struts at the bottom. That shouldn't create part clipping, right? I'm sure that engine won't blow up because of that. After all, we're not launching from the launch pad. We're just going to hyper edit it up, so. Okay, this is almost 1,500. Let me get actually 1,500. I don't want to say it's 1,500 and have it not actually be that much, so. To make sure, we're going to have to go to 1,600. Just to make sure. Can't be leaving things to chance, you know? All right, 1,582. Is that good? How about adding lights? That's a great idea. You know, for the purposes of docking, I think if we get stuck in the dark, I would want lights. So, perfect idea. Battery power would also be a perfect idea, but I think if I run out of power, I'm just going to cheat and put infinite electricity. I could have used batteries as part of my part count too. Oh hell, why not? Let's do it. Yeah, let's put it under the heat shield. We'll put a couple of batteries under the heat shield so we don't run out of power. And then lights. We need lights. How about? Is it not in utilities? I figured they would be in utilities. Am I just overlooking them? I am used to looking at the stock revamp models, so I'm probably blowing right past lights and not seeing them right now. Unless it's in a different category. Alright, let's do this then, because I don't see it. You know what? How about we just do this? Let's just search for light. Okay, cool. Illuminator, MK2s. Fine. Let's go. I kind of want them to face upwards so that I can see the docking port. So let's flip them around. Which would not be done that way. Why aren't you flipping? There we go. Let's do that. That and that. That ought to be an adequate amount of light, right? Oh, I should probably tilt them a bit so that they're facing the docking port. So we'll face them up like this. Come on. There we go. Face this one up. And then we'll face this one kind of out. So it'll be a little bit weird, but we're just covering our bases. We're having tons of light. Okay. I think that's good. I don't need solar panels. All right. Just for the sake of just doing it, I'll put solar panels on. There, solar array. We'll put one. I don't even know where the solar array could go. How about we put it, I don't know, something ridiculous. I don't want it to get in the way of the RCS and stuff. I feel like I don't need this. Yeah, I don't need it. If I run out of power, I'll just cheat. 1609. So we're gonna have 1609 parts. We're gonna send it up. We're gonna rendezvous with another craft that has 1600 parts, and we're gonna see the frame rate, whether or not it can handle it. So let's save this. We should have Valentina in the craft. Yep. And launch. Oh, and I forgot launch clamps. So now the whole thing has to balance on one engine. That shouldn't be a problem though, right? Worst that could happen is the whole thing explodes, right? I mean, that's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Are you guys having a lag now? Do you guys have a problem with the stream? Let me know the stream's health, because I'm interested in knowing. YouTube's telling me that the status is bad, which is no good. I don't like that. So I'm hoping that the stream isn't bad. Obviously. Okay, so this should be fine, as long as it doesn't blow up. Now I'm gonna pause it, go debug, set orbit. Can I do that while it's paused? That's worth seeing, I guess. Yeah, why not? I can set the exact same orbit, so yeah, set orbit. I can do it with it paused. Sweet. Resume flight, and there we go. We are in orbit. The same exact orbit as the other craft. So I am going to have to adjust it a little bit, just because I don't want to like go round and round. The other craft is there, so we're actually a little bit behind it. Not bad. I wish I could do something different than lat and long here to see. But I think what I want to do, because we need to catch up to this, so I'm going to say 110 here instead. So our orbit now, if I can get back to the craft, our orbit now should be Are we not? Is it not adjusting? I don't think this feature works. Yeah, it's always the same. Okay. It won't do it. So, that's not a problem, right? I mean, we can use our reaction control system and turn ourselves retrograde. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Whoa, they're slowing me down already. Ooh, the pilots, look at this. The pilots are far more intelligent with these resources. Oh, look at that. The pilots are smarter. This is beautiful. And the frame rate is almost real time, guys. I'm almost real time right now. No joke. This is very close to consistent. That's awesome. They're not fighting each other. They're just... It's organized chaos. No, they're slowly coming to a stop at my destination or where I wanted to be. I need to stage this. And then I'm going to just burn a little bit. Let's make sure I'm not screwing this up too bad. Let's burn this down. Ooh, I can control the engines even without the map, even without the nav ball open. I don't think you could do that in the other version, could you? I think you had to have the nav ball open to do anything. Or maybe that was just a stage. No, you couldn't stage in map view. I don't know. That seems odd to me. Okay, so I brought it down to 73 over there, which is probably overkill, but I really want to catch up to this. So I'm going to set this as target. And then, actually, we have hyper edit-ish, right? Whoa, whoa, what? We're firing our engines here. Oh, the RCS system is still on. Yeah, RCS is still on. Let's deactivate that. We have hyper edit, so I'm wondering, now that I have a target, can I just rendezvous? I don't know what that means. Oh, cocoa bean, right here. Yeah, rendezvous with the cocoa bean. Hit it. Placed vessel 150 meters away from cocoa bean. You guys can't see it. You can't tell. It's glitching. Game is totally screwed. But if it's not, then we'll have nearly 4,000 parts on 2 separate vessels, 150 meters away from each other. If that's not an adequate test, I don't know what is. You guys can't see it because the game is glitching to try and do this, but it's pretty solid. I want to take a look at RAM usage. RAM usage right now is 5.2 gigabytes on my system. And I have 1.8 gigabytes of compressed memory as well from this. So we're using almost 7 gigabytes of RAM right now. Is it fixed? No, not yet. Not yet. It's still bugging. Oh. It's working. Oh no, my God. Really? It's totally good. Look at the frame rate still. Oh my gosh. This is nearly 4,000 parts in physics range on 2 separate vehicles. This craft is John Cena. This engine is so much better than before. Wow, so good. All right, let's set that docking port as the target. And then, like, I don't even know. Whoa now. Whoa. Craft. Let's not do things rash here, okay? All right, I need to figure out which direction I'm going. I need to go down. I need to go over. So let's do that. Man, oh man. All right, so I want to dock to that thing from here. Garbage collection is real though. Like this little pause you're seeing right now is garbage collection. That's a real thing. But this is still really great. Oh, man. Yeah, you couldn't control from map view. You totally can now. You can totally... So, with Kerbal Space Program 1.2, you can control your throttle completely from map view without the nav ball showing. I don't think you can stage, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense. This craft, for those of you just joining us, welcome to this crazy stream. What you are currently looking at, this is a stress test. I wanted to see whether or not the Unity 5.4 engine with Kerbal Space Program is better with calculating part physics. And so this stress test is ultimately proving that it is ridiculously good at stress testing. What you are seeing right now is this vessel, which is 1,622 parts. And this vessel, which is 1,644 parts, I think. So what you are looking at right now is basically over 3,500 parts, over 3,600 parts, if I can count, which I can't. It's over 3,200 parts. Over 3,200 parts in physics range on 2 separate crafts. That's what you're looking at. And I want to try and dock them together, but without my, without my modded tool that I've actually come to rely on, I don't know. So I'm gonna come work my way down a little bit. I also want to rotate myself just a little bit so I can kind of make this work a little bit better for me. And then I'm just gonna kind of work my way down a little bit. There we go. And okay. I should be traveling in a way that brings me closer to this thing. No, I'm further away. I need to go closer. So let's face. Oh, it's really slow. Yeah, we're garbage collecting now. So much RCS, I know, it's great. Let's get ourselves pointed at the target. All right. Let's get ourselves pointed at this target. I'm actually going to point it because it looks like I'm actually drifting a little bit away from it right now. There we go. And then we're going to kind of come over a little bit like that. And now we should be heading kind of for our target. I do want to aim a lot lower though. I want to aim a little lower than our target. Okay, let's go ahead and time accelerate. Bring ourselves closer to our target. Oh yeah. Okay, stop. Stop, time acceleration. Stop, 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 stop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have a white screen. And we're back. Nothing can crash this. 5.4 is so far Kraken proof. So far. Let's not get too nuts here. All right, so let's get ourselves pointed prograde here to target. I need to kind of adjust I need to adjust a lot of things here. They're not going to collide. We're not going to collide. Let's do this. All right, then we're going to slow this down just a little bit. This thing's actually got a lot of delta, or a lot of thrust. All these things here got considerable amount of thrust. It's pretty nuts. Okay, we're coming in a little bit weird here. I don't want to come in like this. I want to kind of come in a little bit more level. So I'm going to pick my... wait, no, I need to go... Yeah, this way. I think it's this way. Can't really tell. There we go. I don't have all my normal tools that I'm used to with my mods. So we're just going to rotate ourselves a little bit. Kind of like this. And then let's get ourselves kind of cancel out that rotation a little bit. Every RCS port have 1 kilonewton of thrust. Well, I don't know how many kilonewtons we have on this, but I want to say we have, there's 8-way symmetry on each of these, and there's 5 per. So you guys do the math, I'm focusing. But that's how many RCS thrusters we have. So now I need to rotate a little bit. That's the wrong way, I need to go this way. There we go. Okay. Let's cancel that out. Oh, I know it would be easier, but like this is supposed to be a station, right? It's the simulation is that this is a station, so we wouldn't make the station turn itself around for us, would we? I don't think we would. Comment that I'm replying to, for those of you who can't see the feed. Maybe you're watching after this is uploaded. Comment said I should make the other craft just look at... make the other craft look at me. Which is like something I could do, but yeah. I'm actually kind of getting rusty at this because I'm so used to relying on my mods to get like orientation and like telling MechJeb to point retrograde to target velocity retrograde and like all sorts of things. I'm so used to relying on those now. I never used to. When I played years ago, I never had those mods. I was always a stock player, but now because of the Conquering Kerbal Space Program series, I'm so reliant on them. Okay, I think that's gonna put us close to where we want to go here. So let's just wait for this thing to line up with us. Kinda like that. Yeah, it's gonna bring her right up to us. Okay, let's go ahead and kill the time acceleration so I can also kill the velocity. Good plan. Uh-oh. Getting white screened again. Oh, and we're back. Okay. So here is... we'll turn on the lights. That's a good idea. Apparently that doesn't work. Is it, yeah, they're on. The lights are on. Now, I'm going too far. So what I need to do now is bring this back. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. No! Turn around, damn you. Turn around. Come on. Get over there. Get over there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Bring it around. Perfect. Alright, we're heading right for the craft now. Alright, so there we go. Turn on the lights, illuminate the other craft. The other craft doesn't have any lights. But this one does. I'm pretty sure they're on. Yep, they totally are. They're on. So we're heading right for the other craft now. I'm going to turn off the RCS. Unfortunately, we can't... This one's like the opposite of the other one. The other one, its attitude is controlled solely by reaction wheels and a ton of them. This one has no reaction wheels except for the regular cockpit. So I can't do anything with this until I do it with... Unless I do it with the reaction control system. So I just kind of have to do it carefully, I guess. I'm going to move this because honestly... Oh, here we go. Watch this. Watch this, guys. This will be funny. Maybe it's not funny, but look who's in the cockpit. It's a Kerbal, but it's not a Kerbal. It's me. Okay, hold on. Let's bring this up. We're heading straight for this thing. But we have to keep ourselves oriented properly, of course. And we're going 0.4 meters per second towards the other craft. Let's read some comments, because I'm not going to actually approach this any faster than this, just because of like, speed and stuff is not good for the mission. I do need to get myself pointed at the target, though. I keep getting a little bit drifted away from the target, so I do need to change that just a tad bit. There we go. Good. I don't have docking port alignment indicator, sadly. Comment says, So you're going to stick with 1.13 for the duration of conquering Kerbal Space Program, or start over with 1.2 and some mods get updated for it. I'm not going to start over. That's something I'm not going to do. I am going to stick with 1.13, and I will continue to rigorously test mod compatibilities with. I need to come up a little bit, so let's come like this, and then kind of stop the rotation like that, and then let's come up like that. Like that. There we go. I'm going to rigorously test 1.2. Hold on, let's get this thing pointed where it's supposed to go. There we go. Is it a little bit? Oh, we're way cockeyed now. Whoops. Whoopsies. Wasn't paying attention. It's alright, we'll bring her back. We got time. That's why we're going slow. We got time. Maybe not a whole lot of time, though. Probably don't have a whole lot of time. Oh, come on. Bring it back. No. Bring it back. Come back, come back, come back. Okay, hold on. Gotta fix this. I was looking at the comments, not paying attention. I do this constantly. I just I get into the comment. I do the same thing with Armello. I would be talking and I wouldn't be paying attention to what I'm doing, and then I blow it. Alright. So, I need to bring this down now. Alright, so where is my velocity vector? I think it's over there. So I need to bring this back because I was totally not paying attention. It's so hard to play and like do comments and stuff at the same time. That's so difficult to do. I'm gonna go ahead and just make my webcam a little bit bigger and pay attention to stream stuff. It's really difficult to do. Because like you're just paying attention and you're just like, it'll be fine. I got a couple of seconds to burn off here, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, actually I'm a lot closer than I thought I was. If I had better burn time, that would be even easier. Like I said, I'm really reliant on the mods now that I've been playing. It would be very interesting to see how well I can do with something like Realism Overhaul. It would actually be very interesting to see what I can come up with there. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to kill all of my relative velocity. Okay, now I want to rotate the other way. I want to rotate this way. Yeah. Okay. I know how to do it. In the comments, like, this is how you run this. I know how to do it. It's just a matter of correcting all the terrible mistakes I've already made. And also, because this craft looks the same all the way around, it's also kind of difficult to tell which way is up and down just by looking at it. So you have to look at the nav ball, but the problem is the nav ball right now doesn't show me a velocity vector. So I'm also a tad bit blind in that regard. But I'm getting close. I think I'm almost there where I want to be. I wish I could time accelerate to... It's weird. Like, I have a pros and cons things. I'm like... I think I want to have... okay, no. You're doing it again, Charlie. You're going to sit around, you're going to talk, and you're going to blow it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Focus. Alright, so I gotta figure out which way is up on this stupid thing. Because it's all the same, all the way around. All right, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. You guys don't judge me. I'm gonna cheat. You ready? Time acceleration. We locked the rotation. All right, now what we're gonna do? Oh, switch. It's every time I enter and exit time acceleration, the game pretends like it's going to crash. So there's that too. Other way, this way. Up, 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 up. Okay, now what I want to do, whoops, is I need to go, which direction is that? Can't even tell all the smoke. There we go, that's what I want, yep. Go that way. And then a little up too. And forward would be nice as well. I would like to go towards my target. Okay. Then we're going to rotate ourselves slightly. Okay. And up, 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 up. Game is going to act like it's crashing. Yeah, it's pretty surprising, you know? Getting quite a few people. I think it's the title. Everyone wants to see 1.2. But like, this is a really great stress test. This is a really great stress test. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. We are docking two crafts together to stress test the new Kerbal Space Program 1.2. This, what you're looking at, is a craft with 1,600 parts. And this is a craft with 1,600 parts. And they're both in physics range, obviously. So, this is 3,200 parts on two crafts. And you can see our frame rate. It's pretty slick. Currently at 37 frames per second. Very cool. My frame rate's faster than you can see on the stream. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I'm not sure I really need to dock these things together, do I? Now I have to do it just to prove I can. It's like, Charlie, can you do this? Okay, okay, fine. We'll do it just to prove something. Okay, so I need to... Let's focus on this just a little bit. I want to stop this rotation slightly. And we're kind of drifting a little bit here. Kind of drifting a little bit over this way, you know. And now I want to, just a hair, go forward. Just a hair. Okay. And we are slowly, I mean, I think space is like one of those things where you would really, honestly, like the space program would be going way slower than this anyway, so I don't feel bad. Plus, I'm not even playing full screen. I'm playing in a really small window. I'll show you guys once the stream's over with what I've been playing with. It's like a 20-inch monitor, I guess, which all you laptop people are like, oh, boo-hoo, crybaby. I really apologize that you have to play with on a laptop, but I don't. Let's go like this. There we go. And let's get ourselves pointed and moving towards the target here a little bit. Do want to get it to where it's moving towards me. But I don't want to go too fast. I feel like I'm going too fast here. So let's down just a little bit. Where are we at? Yeah, I'm going a little bit fast. I need to come up. Come up higher. Can't see my velocity vector in the nav ball. That's why I miss my docking friend. Hey, there's my velocity vector. Come on back, you. There we go. Okay, here we go. Getting close. Very close. Can you taste it? Can you taste the closeness? We're basically two crafts kissing one another. Ah, hold on. Hold on, turn the RCS back on. Gotta fix this. Bring it back. Hold on, bring it back. No, don't do that. Stop. Ah, darn it, it was so close. The weight is so much weight for a tiny docking port, you have to be lined up really well in order to do it. Otherwise, the magnets will kind of kick you away. Yeah, they're really heavy. Docking ports aren't able to really influence it enough. They're getting close, like they're touching each other, but they're just not quite grabbing on. Just because of how freaking big they are. We need to get it to... Come on. Come on, you. Come on, you. Grab a hold of this thing. Grab a hold of that thing. Magnet, let's go. Oh, come on. Grab it, magnet. It's right there. Just get it. Just get it. Come on. It's just a little bit... It's just a hair too heavy. And my back end is just not lined up very well. God, it's so close. It's so close. The ships are so heavy. I need to get the back end up. That's what it needs. The back end is not up high enough. So let's see about going like other way, this way. Let's go this way and then this way. Wait, what happened? How come I can't? Oh, thought I temporarily lost control there. Go up this way. Raise it up a little bit. Come on. Yeah, I think the back end's just a little bit too heavy. I could probably sit here and do this. If I was doing it for the series, I would totally sit here and do this, but I don't know how interesting this is. I feel like I don't want to end in failure. I really don't want to end in failure, though. Come on. So focused and so concentrated right now. Like I don't even know. Everyone's making fun of me probably in the comments, but it's just so close. It's just so close. Ah, come on. It's moving away. Come back. Don't do that. Come back. Oh, you know what? Like, SAS being on would be a super big help right now. Come on. Come on, back end. You're there. You're there. Like, you're there. You're so there. And yet, you're not. And yet, you're not. Oh, wait a minute. Did it get it? No, the game's just freezing and giving me hope. The game froze up like it was about ready to load the new craft, you know? Oh, it did it. We did it. Yes. Oh, but it's freezing though. It doesn't know what to do with 3,600 parts on one craft. Okay. Well, hopefully the game comes back. We are docked. It says focus Kerbal, camera auto, no target. We are docked, but the game is very, very slow to acknowledge it. It's I think it's trying to look for its angle. The Kraken's coming in going, is there anything I can do to stop this from happening? Is there anything I can do? I don't think so. I don't think so, Kraken. I'm going to win. We're live. I have to win. You guys can see it. You guys can see the game crashed, right? I should take a screenshot just in case it crashes. I'm going to do that. Oh, now we have a white. The window's white. I'm going to take a screenshot of this moment right now. There we go. I have it saved forever now. You'll be able to see it. It'll say focus Kerbal, camera auto, no target with a fuzzy Kerbal icon in the bottom, just in case it crashes. Oh, we're back. It didn't crash. It didn't crash. This experimental build is way more stable. Look at this. The frame rates. Look at the frame rates. What can crash this? What can we do to stress test this anymore, you guys? This is amazing. This is 30. That's bad. This is over 3,500 parts. And the frame rate is still pretty damn good. It doesn't appear as though it changed much at all between that. Like, add a third ship. I can't add a third ship. I'm running a little too late on the stream. I do have to end the stream. But, like, I think this is the definitive test, you guys. This is the test of stress right here. We've done a ton here. I like how the lights are shining on this. And it's like illuminating all of these struts. It's blinding all of the Kerbals inside. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, with this, I think the need to mod, sorry, not the need to mod. The need to mod is there more than ever before. I think the need to weld is gone. I don't think there's any need to mod, to weld anymore, because it's just that sweet. So, yep, we're out on EVA, trying to check things out, you know. Oh, are the controls different for EVA? Whoa, 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 hang on. What is this? No, come on. The frame rate is bad right now. I will give you that. The frame rate's definitely bad now. It's, I'm getting 9, 10, something like that. 9 or 10 frames per second with 3,500 parts. Do you orbit the whole thing and see it in the most Kerbal way ever? You know what? I like your style, man. I do. But I don't want to ruin... I don't want to, like, kill the Kerbals. There's no probes on this, though. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Let's do it. We're going to deorbit this thing. But this is an amazing test. This is amazing. This is awesome. I'm so glad I decided to stream tonight. I'm hoping you guys are glad that you decided to stream as well. Make sure you... I'm going to let this thing go. I'm going to let this thing upload. So this is going to be on the channel. afterwards, for sure. Because like it should be a reference to, it should absolutely be a reference to performance. You know, it absolutely should be referenced for the ultimate test for frame rates and stuff. Oh, can I not? Oh, I'm not near the door. Yeah, here we go. Oh, gotta load the craft again, so it might probably glitch out now. We will deorbit this whole thing now, and that will be how we end the stream. Good ideas from everyone all around. Good ideas. So to do that, we're just going to point retrograde. So we'll just point orbital retrograde. I say undock and ram it. I'm gonna deorbit it. It's easier. But everything is just using one core. How about this? Is everything still just using one core? Because that's still pretty amazing. If it really is only one thread per craft, that is impressive. If these frame rates exist like this, I'm really happy that the pilots are smarter. You know, like KSP right now, you tell a pilot to point retrograde and the thing's just like all the way around, all over the place. Or maybe it's because they're 5-star pilots. Is this how they normally do it? They take it easy and they come to their waypoint a little more controlled when they're 5-star pilots. I've never had a 5-star pilot. I rarely have I don't think I've ever really spent a considerable amount of time in sandbox mode, to be honest. I've always played career. I've never even touched science mode. I've always played career. So I'm not, because I'm a story-driven guy. I like a story, and I feel like sandbox is just sort of turning me loose, especially in the early game before I knew how to play. Sandbox was a bit overwhelming. It was like, all right, there's all this stuff and I don't know what to do. To where career mode sort of provided some guidance on how to go, where to start, and sort of a natural progression that helped me learn the game. Turn the engine on. The problem is that this other craft also has its engines. Oh, I should have turned it the other way. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to disable this engine. So we have... Oh, no, we turned it the right way. This is the one with all the engines. So, yeah, we turned it the right way for sure. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's deorbit this. That's got to be enough to deorbit it, right? I want to do it in the daytime. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think I messed it up already. I think I fired all those engines and provided a ton of torque. Kind of hoping that it doesn't crash the game. I think these two crafts are about to separate in an unscheduled manner. Even if I had both engines, even if I had engines on both sides firing, the overwhelming force of the one side would negate like all effects of the other engine pretty much. Wow. Okay, so it's yeah, I think the docking port failed. It's really, I think this is one way how Kerbal Space Program sort of got around it. I think this is how Squad did it. They're having all this data jammed into like memory. So it takes a while to process that, and then once it's done processing, your frame rates are fine. Maybe that's how this is working. I am not a coder. I'm not a developer in any way. So I'm probably wrong. But that would be like the layman terms to what makes sense to me. Yeah, you might have got your ramming. If the docking ports failed, you might just get your ramming. I didn't mean to do it full thrust, actually. I meant to hit shift. Let's just say my fingers were not in the position I thought they were in. And I tapped Z, and then before I could tap X and find out, where my finger was, the game was already frozen. I can't imagine us going out in a way that has the game frozen. I kind of want to see this thing blow up. But if we don't get to see it blow up, well, there you go. There's your explosion. There's definitely an explosion. Hopefully we were able to deorbit this thing, though. If we were able to deorbit it, then we should still see all this stuff hit the atmosphere, right? Like, even if there's parts exploding. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you guys haven't had stream lag in a long time because I'm streaming at 30 FPS now. Which I think is what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to stream at 30 FPS. I suppose that's fine. I was kind of hoping to share 60 FPS with you guys, but I don't think I can. Well, we definitely have our collision. You guys wanted a space collision. So there you go. It's in the dark, unfortunately. Hopefully we were able to... Whoa! Hey, our Kerbal survived. Wow, look at this. This is nice. Isn't this nice? You guys remember the movie Gravity? All the debris? That's what we just created. It's everywhere. Is this stuff deorbited, though? Can we still watch it burn? It is. We're going to enter the atmosphere, 63. We're going to enter the atmosphere, so let's do it. It's time accelerate. All this stuff is going to get spread out, but we're going to go into the atmosphere on the other side. So I think theoretically, all of this stuff should be deorbited unless the explosion caused it to go prograde. Like more than, caused it to go prograde enough anyway. So I really want to get in the light because you can't see anything. Kind of did all this in the dark. So good idea with the lights there. Very good idea. I wouldn't have thought of that. Anyone who's watched my series so far, which is probably most of you, unless you're finding and discovering me on YouTube Gaming right now, in which case, subscribe, man. Be a cool kid. But as anyone who's watched my series will know, I'm not very good with making sure there's lights on the craft. It's really buggy right now. It's really, really not liking what's happening. There's so much debris being calculated. Like, it just doesn't know what to do. I can't see the debris, though. As much as I'd like to see it. And now we're entering the atmosphere now. Okay, well. 63 kilometers might take a few orbits. I don't know. I mean, some of these parts are really light. And our apoapse is only 85 or 86, so it might take a couple orbits, but I don't know. I'd really like the game to stop. Does debris count as a craft? If I can switch to it, it counts as a craft. So realistically, there's probably something like 30 or 40 crafts in physics range right now. If that's the case, then yeah, my processor's overloaded because then it's using more threads than it has. But that can't be the case, I don't think, because... Oh, important note here. And actually, I'm going to do this so you guys can see it, because it'd be more interesting if you guys can see this. Let's do this. Okay. No, that's not as interesting as I thought it would be. 1 second. Let me shift this to be... Interesting. Oh, yeah, I think I know what to do here. Hold on. Let's do this right here. You guys can see the edit in action. Look at that. You guys actually have a front row seat of what I'm doing on the other side when I'm messing around with things. I want this corner. There it goes. Transition that. Okay, so this is what I've been looking at the whole time. This is what I've been dealing with. And yeah, it's so slow right now that it's just not going to work. So I'm actually going to stop the game capture and just focus on the desktop capture. So I want to show you guys also, all this was happening, okay? We had a good stress test. We had all the physics was in the range. My processor was working on all that stuff, right? My processor was doing as This is basically frozen. We are in the atmosphere. It is counting down, but that's not important anymore. I want to show you guys something, though. I'm going to go to power, system power, power and sleep. Oh, it's over on my other monitor here. Hang on. I've been doing this entire game, this entire stream, balanced. Not even in high performance mode. It's been all balanced. Look at that. My processor is not even working at the full speed. It's not even working. Look at this. It's not being utilized at all. Imagine Unity 5.4. Imagine this game running with the ability to calculate physics using your entire processor. Just, it's awesome, you know? It's just awesome. So, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it for the stream. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Really helps the channel. It helps pretty much everything, I think. I like hanging out with you guys. It's cool. This is going to be available to see on the channel afterwards. So if you missed it, don't worry. What we did today, you're going to want to see it. You're going to want to watch this stream. This is a nice stream. Stay tuned tomorrow, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I forget which one it is. I have it scheduled. Stay tuned tomorrow. The next episode of Prison Architect comes out. Thursday at around 11 o'clock or so, we're going to have the next episode of KSP, Conquering Kerbal Space Program 76 will come out on Thursday. We'll have another episode of Prison Architect on Friday. And then I'm hoping to have another KSP on Saturday. So that's what I'm hoping to have. I'm going to go one last pass at the comments and then the stream is over. Because I feel like I need to. What is that program? Oh, so the one I'm using to stream is called Open Broadcast Software. It's OBS. Specifically OBS Studio is what I was using. So I'm able to edit the scene I want before I make it live. So yeah, it's good. Just joined. Yeah, sorry for the people who just joined. You missed it, but like I said, it'll be available for you to see tomorrow. It will go live tomorrow for you to see. Come back. You're going to want to watch it. Even if you skim through it, you're going to want to see it because this is the ultimate stress test for KSP. And it, as far as I'm concerned, it passed with like glorious colors. This was an amazing, amazing performance that I have never seen from I have never seen KSP perform this good, ever. This was amazing. Awesome performance. I am going to close the game because, well, I mean, do we want to time accelerate and using physics warp can do? Yeah. I just want to see the map. Yeah, the frame rate's still terrible because we have just tons of debris all over the place. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like stuff all over the place. So I'm actually gonna just close it out. We'll close the window out, but it's been fun, guys. Let's take one last look at the comments and then I'm done. What do we got here? We've got stress test. Yep, we ultimate stress test with KSP to give you an idea of what that means as far as like why I'm so incredible. If you've ever played Kerbal Space Program, you know that when you add more parts to your craft, it affects your frame rate. It affects the performance, the ability for Kerbal Space Program to calculate physics for your craft. So it slows your frame rate. We stress tested that today with the newest version of KSP 1.2. It's the pre-release version. Each of those crafts, not total, but each of them had over 1,600 parts. At its peak, we had 2 crafts docking together, and we eventually did dock them together, but 2 crafts. Each of those crafts, not total, but each of them had over 1,600 parts on them. And my frame rate was over 20 FPS during that. Once I docked the 2 crafts together and we had 1 craft, which if you know how physics goes, I didn't go offline. Why does it say I'm off? Hey guys, why does it say I'm offline? Why? Am I offline now? What is this? What is YouTube madness? You guys there? Can you hear me still? Perfect time to buffer. Yeah. Can you guys hear me still? Check 1, 2. Am I back? Okay, good. I have no idea. I wasn't even touching the keyboard. So my OBS said I was still streaming, but yeah, you guys were like, he went offline and I didn't. I don't know where the stream left off, but essentially what we did in this episode, if you're watching this still and you're planning on watching tomorrow, ultimate stress test for KSP. At its peak, we had 2 crafts. Both crafts individually had over 1,600 parts. If you know how the Kerbal Space Program calculates physics, basically it can use 1 processing thread per craft. So it was able to use 2 processing threads for both of those crafts. They're both docking together. Before they were docked, we were getting, again, this is two complete separate vessels, 1,600 parts plus. Before they were docked, I was getting over 20 FPS, 20 frames per second. Actually, there were some points where I was actually over 30. I was actually able to get, on my end, more frames per second than you were seeing in the stream, even at full quality. Once the crafts were docked together, the frame rate dropped to about 8 or 9, because now it's like 3,500 parts being calculated with just 1 thread. But still, that's ridiculous. It's awesome. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's the stream. I think it's funny that the stream cut out and quit and we had Kraken problems after I closed KSP. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. When you see the video tomorrow, when it goes live, just check. My dog's name is Tesla. For the people who are asking, a couple of people asking. I know, it's because you see the picture behind me, isn't it? It's that picture that always gets me. Everyone always is like, oh, there's a dog behind you. Yeah. Come back to the channel tomorrow. You'll see the episode of Prison Architect, but if that's not your thing, at least this stream will go live. And when it does, just give it a like. You know, put a comment on it if you want, but just give it a like. It really helps the channel. It helps the streams grow. It helps the streams get in. And if more people see this stress test, honestly, they're going to be super excited because that's amazing. That's just like phenomenal performance. I'm so geeked out about that. It's crazy. But I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.